Hello and welcome to this wonderful segment of Daybreak Africa, where we take individual opinion on a particular subject matter. I am Bidemi Moses, and today we'll be taking a look at 2023 election. 2023 election is close by, and yes, our major focus will be on the ethno-religion expectation of many Nigerians. And yes, my guest for today is no other person than Barrister Sarafa Okewoye. It's nice having you here, sir, today.
It's my pleasure to be on your program.
All right, thank you so much, sir. A whole lot of Nigerians are expecting something better from different political parties.
Yes.
We have people supporting APC, PDP, we have Labour Party, and what have you. Since the present government are not treating us well, now many Nigerians are of the opinion that why will the major party, which is the ruling party, which is APC, will produce a Muslim ticket when we know the hell of religious crisis we are having in the country these days? Can I have your own opinion or view on that?
Well, I might not be able to actually react to the rationale behind APC picking Muslim ticket. I might not be able to because I was not part of that decision-making process. But what I know, of course, is that as long as the presidency is zoned to the south and is narrowed down to southwest, and that a Muslim has emerged as a flag bearer of APC, is going to be practically difficult to be able to find a Christian that will be easily sellable, acceptable to the northern interests. We must try to understand the dynamics of various regions. Unlike Southerners, I'm talking about the southern region of Nigeria, that we are liberal when it comes to religion, that we are liberal when it comes to ethnicity. Because in a family, you might have a family of 4, 2 are Christians, 2 are Muslims in Yoruba land. And there will not be any quarrel. When they're celebrating Ileya, you see the Christian brother or sister celebrating with their brother or sister. And if it is Christian celebrating Easter or New Year or Christmas, you see Muslim brothers celebrating along with them. Yeah. And they have been cohabiting without problem. So that's why I said you cannot, or we should not compare our approach to religion issue, our approach to ethnic issue, unlike up north, where they see religion as something that is so central to whatever they want to do. That's why I said it might be difficult for any political party to say that the vice president that is zoned to not, for instance, now, that they want to pick a Christian, it might be difficult. That's not to say that we should not, or we should underplay, or we should play down the sensibility of the Christian faith, but that we should understand that elections are about winning, and the party maybe is thinking of how to win the election, and that if a Christian is put forward as a vice presidential candidate of that political party, that might dwindle the support, the vote they will get. And don't forget, the major opposition party's flag bearer is not only a northerner, he's a Fulani, yes, and who is a veteran politician who has always been on the political terrain since 1999, even before 1999. Yes. So such a person is not a pushover. And if you are now saying you are having a candidate from the southern part of Nigeria, and don't forget one thing, we must take this. I'm sorry to say it. Most of us in the southwest, my name is Sarafa, I'm a Muslim. But for an Hausa, for the northerner to see me as a true Muslim might be difficult. Simply because my mother, as I speak, is a Christian. And you just want to believe, is it possible for you to claim to be a Muslim and your mom is a Christian? But here we don't see religion as something that should be in the front burner. I want to look at your person. I want to look at your character. I want to look at your ability. And what do you have to offer me? Religion should not be, but in a political context, you must think of your winning strategy. And I think maybe that's the reason why the ruling party, APC, picked a Muslim because of the sentiment up north.
All right, thank you so much for that. I think I will take that. But let us take a retrospective look at 1993 election. The SDP presidential candidate, MKO Abiola, and his vice, Babagana Kingibe, they are both Muslim. And in 1993, people came out en masse to vote for them. But I still feel for Nigerians, talking about religious intolerance, whatever is happening in the northern part of Nigeria, like you said, rightly said, Muslims in the northern part of Nigeria believe they are the core Muslim.
Exactly.
But from the southwest and southeast, they believe they are not Muslim enough.
They are not pure Muslim.
Now, if these people cannot even condone someone of their religion, don't you think there might be issue after if eventually they won and both of them emerge as the president and the vice president?
Now, we started from 1993 when we had the Muslim ticket and people voted across ethnic and religious divides overwhelmingly for a candidate or a ticket they believed would salvage the nation. My thinking, of course, is this. Yes, Christians must raise eyebrows and questions must be asked. Are we saying we don't have credible, prominent, and equally sellable personalities in the North? We have them in abundance. We have them. But like I said, we are talking about winning. We are talking about electorate. We are talking about election. It's a different ballgame entirely. Yes. It's beyond certain things. In fact, at times, it's always prove the pundits wrong. So you must, so that's why I said maybe that was one of the reasons why the APC settled for Muslim ticket. And let me tell us, in 1993 and 2023, we are looking at our front now. That's about 30 years. Yes. I tell you, we should not compare the experience then with the experience now. The kind of religious intolerance that we're experiencing now was not there in 1993. The kind of experience Christians are having now were not there in 1993. The kind of persecution and what have you that Christians are experiencing now were not there in 1993. So the narratives are different entirely. So that is why I said I agreed with our our Christian leaders shouting, agitating that Muslim ticket might not bring out required development progress and religious tolerance and peace in Nigeria. Yes, I quite share part of their sentiment, but I've forgotten one fundamental aspect. That issue of your vice or presidential candidate, his religion, is not captured in our constitution. It's not a constitutional matter at all. It's just a convention. Our law does not say that you must pick somebody from a particular religion. It doesn't say that. Because Nigeria is a secular state, and religion should not determine what we do. But if you bring religion in, we have a lot of problems. So religion is not part of it. And when you are picking your vice or your deputy for political office, it's not included. What's included is the zone, is the region. And I think our people should focus more on where a presidential candidate is coming from and where the incumbent is from. That's where we are concerned. Let me give you an instance why I'm not having any serious fear about Muslim ticket of the ruling party is this. They are flag bearer. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yes, he is a Muslim. But between you and I see him more as a Christian than Muslim. As a person, I've never seen feature of a conk or core or of fanatical Muslim person in him. Because he's such a liberal person. What is more, his wife of 40 years is not only a Christian, but a minister in a major church in Nigeria and worldwide. Such a person, to my mind, I think, is not likely to allow religious intolerance or marginalization to be the hallmark of his government. Because we have all said it's not a constitutional matter that your vice must come from a particular religion. But what's a constitutional matter is what Nigerians are not actually looking into. The outgoing president or the current president is not only a Northerner, but a Fulani, a Muslim. Then the major opposition party picked from that same region after the current government is going to spend 8 years in office from the north, Fulani, that we are complaining that we are being marginalized, we are being oppressed. Now, from that same region now, another person is coming not only from the north, but from the Fulani extraction. And people are not talking. We are not seeing the danger in the fact that it will be easier to approach somebody who is a person. And what is more, instead of people who are talking, if I even say, okay, Muslim ticket of APC is not comfortable, we are not talking about other political parties. We have SDP. SDP, my president flag bearer, is a Yoruba person. He's a Christian. Nobody is projecting him. We have Governor Peter Obi, Labour Party. He's a Christian. Nobody is actually projecting him as expected. Me, I am expecting our people to allow issue-based discussions to be in place. We should forget the issue of religion. We should be particular, because my own mind is, it is easier if you have somebody outside the religion we are complaining of to be at the ends of affairs. Because if the same person from the same region is there, it might be the same thing. So my own, of course, yes, religion should be considered, but we should consider other variables. And what is more important to me, their person, their character, their pedigree should be the focal point. Let's discuss them. Let's look at their past. Let's look at their contributions and see. And let's look at their religious beliefs. Let me give you an instance. One of the major presidential candidates, he married from the southern part of Nigeria. The first person he married from Osun State. He changed the woman's name to a Muslim name. And the woman is today a Muslim and covering her body. She married again from maybe Niger Delta. The one she married again, Christian, he converted her to Christian, to Muslim. And people are not talking. And somebody married a Christian. He allowed the woman to remain a Christian 40 years. And he allowed the woman to be attending church. He allowed the woman to climb the ladder and become a minister, a pastor. In a major, so if a person allows Quran, Bible in his bedroom, no crisis, no problem, and he has allowed the woman to develop as much as she wants to without any hindrance, and I've never seen the woman covering like a, to show us one thing, we should not allow religion to be in the front border. And when this person we are talking about was in charge of a state, he was the first person that allowed missionaries to take over their schools. And when he was there was no time we had any ethno-religious crisis in that. So what I'm saying, of course, is that I just want to beg, appeal to our people that let's look at the merit of the candidate before us, and let's on the merits. If you believe Party A candidate will not serve our interests, so let us vote such party out. If you believe Party B will do, let's allow Party B. Not minding the issue of saying you are not having strength, structure all over Nigeria. It's the same material. Let's vote for the candidates. Let's look at the attitude and pedigree.
I picked something from your word. You said we should not be putting religion at front burner.
Exactly.
But let us look at the way we are configured in Nigeria, the way we are wired in Nigeria.
Yes.
A whole lot of people are rationalizing the Muslim ticket. But will these same people come to rationalize if it happens to be a Christian ticket?
You see, we must get something right. Let me give you a scenario. We have 36 states.
Yes.
17 states are from the southern parts. And that I think 19 is up north. Is it 19?
19.
Up north. The last governor that is a Muslim among the 17 governors in southern parts, Osun State Governor, Oyetola Isiaka, today has been voted out. That means we are not having Muslim again as governor in the whole of southern region. And you agree with me that in Osun State, Muslims are more than
Christian.
But because of we don't believe merits, and people voted overwhelmingly for a person they believe will take them out of the doldrum. I tell you, the ticket of PDP that just won in Osun, 2 of them are Christians.
Yes, Christian.
Christian. And nobody ever talk about their religion. They said they want development of these states, and they will need somebody who they believe will take them out of the wilderness. In such a situation, is anybody complaining? Nobody's complaining. Merits. What I'm saying here, of course, yes, I'm not saying we shouldn't consider our religion, but we should not be in the front burner. Once religion set in as the determining factor, then that means we are not concerned about merit again. Because you are a Muslim, I don't want to see you, I will vote against you. Not what do you have to offer the nation. What is your plan? What's your program? And if I don't want to believe because politicians are liars in court now, look at your antecedents. What have you done to better our lot? What has been your contribution in your private life? Let me give you an instance. SDP candidates, Prince Adewale, he has never occupied any political office before. But look at his pedigree and contribution to the society and judge him. Determine if he's able to, if he's the only one, if he's the one that can take out of the wood, so be it. That's what I'm saying. If it's Peter Obi, so be it. But it should not be religion. We are not talking about marriage. We are not talking about their person. We are not talking about their character. We are not talking about their integrity. We are not talking about their past anymore. Hey, Muslim ticket in our churches, that's what they are using to pray. To preach now, and they are putting cost on it. So, which means, as a Christian now, I mustn't vote, and I believe this is the candidate who could rescue Nigeria. But because this is a Muslim ticket, I mustn't. That's what I'm saying. Yes, we must shout, as long as nobody shouted in Osun. In those states, it was only once that we had the opportunity of Muslim deputy governor, Alhaji Olanusi and Alhaji Oluboyo. Since the creation of Ondo State, it has always been Christian, and Ondo has been peaceful. Dito for other states.
Edo State inclusive.
Exactly. So what I'm saying here, of course, is yes, before we claim to be Christian or Muslim, we were once parents of our fathers. Like Baba Adeboye once said, that nobody was born Christian. Nobody was born Muslim. Baba now said, you are free to decide what you want to do. What I'm saying here is that our religious leaders should not turn the pulpit to campaign platforms. Because what they are doing, they are actually bringing what is up there, down here.
All right, very quickly, in 1 minute, let me take your reaction on this. A whole lot of people clamoring for Christian ticket, Muslim ticket, or let us have it a Christian, a Muslim, or a Muslim, a Christian. I've been having this concern that this set of people have traveled all over the world, or even locally, they've boarded either bus, airplane, ship. Some of them have even visited a whole lot of medical centers to take medications, to take treatments. They are not concerned about the religion of the person that is driving them.
Exactly.
But reacting to this, don't you see the Christian agitating for something that is not even necessary?
You are very correct. Let me give you an example. The current vice president, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, is not only a Christian, a minister, a pastor. The question I want to ask Nigerians is, what has he done to help Christian? He has done nothing. Because vice presidential slot or position is a spare tire. You can only be needed or useful when your principal, that is the president, is incapacitated according to the constitution. But if it's ill and hearty, you have no business. All your jobs will assign to you. There's no specific job or jobs for the vice president. It's redundant position. That's why I keep on wondering that if Christians are not talking about having a Christian presidential candidate. And that's why I mentioned Peter Obi. That's why I mentioned Prince Adewale, Adebayo. They are Christians. And they are present flag bearers of their various political parties. I would have loved if they are saying, yes, so we want this thing to come to the south, and we want a Christian, not now fighting for a vice presidential candidate of a political party. No. Osinbajo is our vice president. With due respect, is learned sick. But nothing that he could do. He could not do anything to help even like Christians, because he wanted to do, but it is clear the structure of presidency will not allow him to do. So what I'm saying, of course, is that what we are striving, agitating for in vice presidential slot will not bring anything to the table for anybody. The president will determine what happens. So if you are now saying you have your kinsman, or you have a person that you believe has the potential, has the wherewithal, has the ability, has the experience, has the connection to take us out of the, but because he has picked a Muslim as a vice president, you voted against him. We will be jumping from fry pan to fire because the problem will be there and will continue complaining. And the vice president will have said, oh yeah, he's a Christian, will just be a spare tire, and you might not need your spare tire for 10 years as long as the tires are. So what I'm saying here, of course, is I want Nigerians to see that I'm passionate about this by saying we should leave the issue of religion. It should not, I'm not saying we should, but what I'm saying is it should not be in the front burner. Nobody's talking about the zone that presidential candidates are from. The Constitution says the presidential should be a rotational one. Now, a major political party, major opposition party now, jettisoning that zoning arrangement, and they believe they can bamboozle us. President Muhammadu Buhari is from the north, and Fulani is going to spend 8 years in office. Ordinarily, 2 terms is what is due to a zone. Ordinarily, they are supposed to come to the south, but they said no, and nobody's talking about that. No, it shouldn't be. So if say for instance now, if a Muslim is the president of Nigeria, and a Christian is a vice, is the person going to be better off than the kind of person of quality or pedigree of Professor Yemi Osinbajo? That's how it's no. Professor Yemi Osinbajo comes once in a lifetime. That man is gifted, that man is perfect, that man is good. If you cannot do more than what he had done, then you want to tell me that bring somebody now that will do better, or you say Okowa will do better? He cannot. What happened? Osinbajo was never a politician.
I think I will have to call for another part of this discussion because we've already exhausted all our time. But I must say a very big thank you to you for even granting me the opportunity to have this talk with you. And to our viewers at home, you've had it all from Barrister Sharafaddin Okeowoye, and he has told us a whole lot, and he has given us the reason why religion shouldn't be put at the front burner of whatever we are doing in this country. Otherwise, we have just to look at the pedigree and then vote for someone that is capable and that is reliable. And let me just leave us with this word. Don't forget, your vote is your power. Don't forget that. Get your PVC and let us vote for the right candidate. I am Bidemi Moses, and I will see you some